Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about the Historic Women Reservation Bill 2023. This topic is covered in UPSC GS Mains Paper 2. The Women Reservation Bill has been passed unanimously in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. It has become 128th Constitutional Amendment Bill 2023. The issue of reservation for women in politics can be traced back to historical times. After independence, the National Perspective Plan for Women recommended in 1988 that the reservation to be provided for women from the level of Panchayat to the Parliament. Later, the historic 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment has mandated all the state governments to reserve one-third of the seats for women in the Panchayat Raj institutions. In 1996, a first draft of Women Reservation Bill was presented in Lok Sabha as 81st Constitutional Amendment Bill. With the dissolution of Lok Sabha in 1996, the bill got lapsed in Lok Sabha. In the year 1998, the bill got reintroduced in 12th Lok Sabha, but the bill could not be passed. The Women's Reservation Bill was reintroduced 3 more times in 1999, 2002 and 2003, but the bill did not get support and could not be passed in the Parliament. In the 2008, the Women's Reservation Bill was introduced and passed in Rajya Sabha, but could not be passed in Lok Sabha. In 2013, Ministry of Women and Child Development constituted a committee on status of women, which recommended 50% reservation of seats in all levels of governance from Panchayat Raj to Parliament. It is with this background that Parliament had finally passed 128th Constitutional Amendment Bill 2023. The bill aims to reserve one-third of all seats for women in Lok Sabha, State Legislative Assemblies and Legislative Assembly of Delhi. This bill also would apply for the seat reserved for SC and ST in Lok Sabha and state legislatures. The bill provides that the reservation would come into effect once after conducting next census. After the census, delimitation will be undertaken to reserve seats for women. The reservation will be provided for the period of 15 years and it shall be continued as determined by the Parliament. The women's reservation in the higher legislation is highly significant. Women's representation in politics is a vital step towards gender equality. Though the number of women MPs had increased from 5% in 1st Lok Sabha to 15% in 17th Lok Sabha, but the percentage continues to remain quite low. The reservation for women in Panchayat Raj institution proved to be a great success which not only empowered women but effectively made them self-reliant. Various surveys indicate that women's representation from Panchayat Raj institutions have led to the overall development and well-being of the society. Participation of women in the legislature would signify the existence of broader range of perspective in the decision-making process. The participation of women in various roles act as an inspiration to women to take on leadership roles in the society. There are some arguments placed against this bill. Some people question the reservation of women to be the violative of Constitution which guarantees equality. The date for the implementation of Women's Reservation Bill is indefinite. It lies in the future which is unpredictable. The Women's Reservation Bill, which reserves 33% of seats for women in Lok Sabha, does not include quota for women from OBC. There are some critics who say that this 33% of reservation is not implemented in Rajya Sabha. To implement the bill, there is a need for establishing an independent monitoring system which prohibits family members from influencing decision-making process of women representatives. The committee also should monitor to reduce the influence of patriarchal mindset. The government should create awareness in the society about the importance and the significance of participation of women in politics. The Women's Reservation Bill is not the end but only the beginning of women's empowerment process in politics. A greater sensitivity among men and participation of women can only make it a success. Thank you.